This is a GoHAMradio.com exclusive.
What's up? What's happening, family? We are here with the original Mr. Hammond right here. KBrock coming all the way from North County, made his way down here right after work to make sure he could get some time out here on the pink carpet out at the Podcast Expo. We're here for the second annual Podcast Expo at MusicBox presented by West Coast Radio. KBrock family.
What is going on? What's happening? You know, I got to say that straight up, but it's great to see y'all. Like I was telling, man, I heard you guys were here, so I sped up on the freeway a little bit more, made sure I secure my spot with y'all.
Speaking of securing spots, I heard you hit somebody on the way here, too, with that lead foot of yours.
I was going a mile and a half. Words were exchanged, but I walked away hands-free with all my limbs attached. So, welcome to San Diego, people.
Right. No insurance cards were distributed, so it was a good little love tap, right? Welcome to San Diego, love tap, right?
It was kind of like my my cold intro to how I was to meet this woman, Megan. Megan, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, babe.
Ooh, babe. Oh, that's a lot better than the other B word you were calling her.
Whoops.
Things happen, right? Things happen. All right, so you're out here for the Podcast Expo. How did you become familiar with this event today?
Actually, Emmy right over here, she helped me out. She DM'd me a couple months ago. She's like, hey, this is Expo going on. There's a lot of people you can really network with and connect with. And, being from the 760, there's not a whole lot of people you can do that with. So come back into the hometown of San Diego and just say, hey, what's going on? I'm KBrock. What do you do? And just introducing each other like that, in a sense, that was my drive and my motivation to get on down here and see what's going on.
Sure. And so you're wearing the hat for the 760 Empire. That's actually how we got to know you, is that you guys are doing events up in the North County area, San Marcos. You've invited GoHAM Radio to come up there. We've been up there a couple of times representing. So tell me about 760 Empire and your involvement with that brand.
Yeah, so absolutely. 760 Empire, actually, it started as 760 FM. It was just a radio station that we had that was cycling through each artist that was making music in North County, pretty much from Oceanside to Fallbrook. Chris V, John Gibbs, KBrock, Cam Wager, stuff like that. And it's really cool, honestly, for me to, drive down and I flip on my own radio station. That's cool. We turned it into the Empire to give it a little more of like an entertainment and promotional background to it, in a sense, where it was less of the music, more of the artist itself. And with that, like I said, we've been able to throw, I think, up to 5 different shows, and you guys came out to the majority of them, at least 3 of them. So GoHAM fam, it's one love, and the 760 Empire is literally loving everybody, like I said, from Fallbrook to Oceanside, and around the world, really, but...
And we really appreciate working with you because you're able to introduce us to some artists up in the North County that we just haven't been familiar with, only because we've been, down here in the San Diego area. So being able to broaden our artist reach up there to North County is super dope. And so you're doing music yourself, though, too, right? So tell us about the music that you do yourself.
Well, it's hard for some people to believe, but I am 19, and I just started making music when I was 17. I literally, on my 17th birthday, we released my first song ever. And I was in a trio, actually. Not a lot of people know that. I was in a trio. We made 2 or 3 songs. And then from there, that led to, me being like, okay, I like making music, and I'm a fan of deeper projects. I listen to J. Cole, Freddie Gibbs, but I'm also into Rage Against the Machine and a lot of like Korn. Nobody listens to Korn, or Rob Zombie and stuff like that. I have a wide range of influences except country.
Hey, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till he got some country influence. He just don't know it yet.
I used to live in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I lived in the Panhandle for the good majority of my middle school years. But yeah, so back to the music in a sense. We got the first album out. That showed I was just proving to myself what I could do. We made 13 tracks, and it was a concept to where I wanted to evolve that on the second album that we made, which was called 760 FM. And I wanted to get every artist in North County. Cam Wager actually just released an amazing album, Julie Court, that literally has everyone from Fallbrook to Oceanside, besides John Gibbs, which he eventually got that feature with. And that was amazing. I was like, damn, Cam, you went full circle with it.
Yeah.
So me and him, we go back and forth with ideas all the time. I really look up to him in a sense. I don't even think I show him enough that I look, how much of an influence he is to me. But with the 760 FM album, that got, I made it a concept. I literally made it a radio station album. If you listen to it front to back, you're going to hear scratches and tune-ins and tune-outs and ads and freestyle hotlines and a number you can call, None of it's real. Don't call the phone number.
555, don't call this.
Since been disconnected. But no, from there, I realized, okay, this was fun. This was a lot of fun to create. And it showed me that, I love creating. 2 albums, I think I did around like 10 singles by then. And it showed myself like, okay, I can do this for 5 years. I told myself I wanted a 5-year plan. If I'm not making a living after 5 years, I'm only 2.5 in, but less than 2, I think. But anyways, that progression by that point, after the second album, I was like, I cannot wait to get this third one out. And The Edge, which we released, I didn't want any features because you got to bring those people with you, when you go perform those songs. And you can't perform the song, if the feature can't come through. So The Edge showed what I can be as a solo artist, in my opinion. But.
And the sound that you give, somebody who's not familiar with your music, what kind of sound can you say you put out there?
Somebody just asked me that, actually. He's like, if I could box you in a room of a genre, like, what would you say you are? And I said, well, I don't know. Because my favorite rap artists, Freddie Gibbs and J. Cole. Like, those are my top 2. I listen to them daily, and that's where I get some of my flows from. And then the melodies, for choruses sometimes. It's inspiration, really. I feel like if you were to ask what I am, I'm an inspirational hip-hop artist.
There it is.
Actually, let me reword that. Inspired hip-hop artist.
Boom, boom. Okay, so he's getting his words right to define himself. And, I wouldn't necessarily put you in a box at all. I would say that there is a lot of different influences that you have that help you to be where you're at. And I also want to say, sometimes it takes 10 years to become an overnight celebrity. So even though you've got a 5-year plan, don't give up on yourself off of 5 years. Don't give up on your craft, because sometimes it takes a while for people to become receptive. Just stay on your grind and know that you're making progression every day, and look back at yourself, where you started and where you're at, and compare yourself to that. Don't ever compare yourself to other artists. Just look at yourself and go, I did that, and I'm going to keep doing that.
That's so much love right there, but in a sense, the 5 years, to make it in a more broader understanding, it's not necessarily I want to stop. I kind of think of it as elementary school. You get 5 years to build your foundation, and then what are you going to do after that? You're going to go to middle school. So my next 3 years, I want to be able to run these shows, but have people to help me run these shows in a sense, but people that I trust. Right now, that's really hard to come by, so I'm kind of doing everything myself, and that's even a new song off my 4th album. It's myself. So that's something that's I've really decided that I'm never gonna let go of. It's just like you say, you got to stay true to yourself. You can't really look up to nobody. But at the same time, it's fun to compare. Nobody has the same situations, but it's fun to see where they're at versus where you're at, and even like bigger artists where they were at when they were 19. So a lot of these big artists weren't even making music in their teenage years. So
that's true. I think the best thing you can compare yourself with is to compare yourself with the work ethic of someone else, because the reception will come and go and can come in waves. But I think if you're comparing yourself to the work ethic of other people, that's what really is substantial, because it's the work ethic that's going to take you. You're grinding, you're putting it in, and people notice it. Even the haters notice it. They still gonna follow you and be like, well, I saw you when you were doing this, and now you're doing this. Levels, bitch.
Man,
levels.
Like half of my followers. What do you mean?
But it's all love right here with GoHAM Radio. If you don't know KBrock right here, he slid into our DMs one day and was like, oh, what's happening, family? I was like, oh, shit. Oh, put my phone down. Oh, shit.
Hashtag.
So I'm going to say, we're going to come out with some merchandise and some clothing, what's happening, but I'm going to let y'all know that this guy is the one who initially coined it. We just gonna trademark it, but he coined it, we trademark it, but it's all love out here. We got KBrock representing the 760 Empire, coming all the way down to the 619. It's San Diego County from the south side to the north side, and we represent all of that, and we represent the world because we are an international, independent internet radio station. We're playing independent major artists. Sounds like KBrock, as well as all your other favorite artists. So make sure you're tapping in with GoHAM Radio, and you're tapping in with KBrock. Tap in with the 760 Empire. If you're from San Diego and you go to LA, you going right through the 760 Empire, so don't act like it's too fucking far. Shit, we all know that you gotta go through the border check to get to where you're trying to go, so it's levels. We supporting KBrock, the 760 Empire. I'm MsFancyPantz here with the guy himself. Make sure you're tapping in with him and all the other artists that we've been showcasing here on the 2nd annual podcast Expo. MsFancyPantz, peace out, fam.
This segment has been brought to you by GoHamRadio.com.